Yes, indeed we do. How's it going, Toronto? How we feeling? You love to hear it, especially on day number 1. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a fantastic, fantastic game getting ready to be underway. It's our top 2 teams, I guess you could say, coming into the tournament. There's a few of them, but these 2 are definitely on our radar. 2 prior champions, and now it is time to meet our first squad, the New York Subliners. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the New York Subliners! HyDra, Skyz, KiSMET, and Priestahh, the New York Subliners.
A team that is used to playing the underdog, but I don't think they're used to the home crowd giving them the boo. They're going to be the first ones having to go up against the Toronto Ultra, and there's no better time. 2 big dogs going at it, but I'm seeing one dog on this team, and that's going to be the Bulldog and KiSMET. But they got to go up against the Squirrels. Let's bring them out, Lando.
That's exactly right, Allie. The Squirrels indeed. Toronto, they are ready. They're ready to watch their boys fry. Last time around here at their major, they went on a run. Can they do it again? Ladies and gentlemen, the Toronto Ultra.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I've been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown, but it's still wet. Yeah, that's a guarantee. King of the city, man, they knowing that it's me. Ain't damn near still doing it with ease, cause it ain't that hard when I'm talking about me. Me and my funds. Told them I get what I want. I need my money up front. I do not do this for fun. So I've been here my whole life, I ain't seen them here once.
Ladies and gentlemen, get loud. It's your Toronto Ultra. Scrappy, Hicksy, Insight, and CleanX, Toronto Ultra.
A disappointing 6th-place finish at the last major. They're looking to bounce back in front of their home crowd. Honestly, we're in Toronto right now, crowd. Make some noise, because these guys are coming out here and trying to beat New York in round number 1. And I'm looking at the MVP. Going up against HyDra is no easy feat. Will Scrapz rise to the occasion and take over? Let's find out as they take the stage. Let's get it kicked off, Lando.
It's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. Toronto Ultra taking on the New York Subliners. Miles and Chance, have a great one, guys. Take it away.
Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, we will have a great one for sure. This is going to be an absolute delight. 2 teams in top form, both of them with wonderful records on all of the maps we're going to up each chance. Home crowd advantage is going to be one thing, but we will see how things play out in game.
And I'm already having fun. Insight just looks like a dad on the main stage. I don't know if you noticed, but HyDra just staring them down when they're taking the warm embrace from the crowd. So it's going to be an incredibly entertaining match. I mean, we have like former Rookies of the Year going against Rookies of the Year. HyDra versus Scrapz on the main stage with a home crowd. You know it's going to be a good time.
Oh my God, well, just see what was the April Fool's jersey in person. Oh my God, that thing is gorgeous. Scrapz, though, what a year he is having. The debut here in the CDL and everything has been looking strong as hell so far. This is the stats just between he and HyDra, and Chance HyDra has put on some of the most unbelievable S&D performances we have ever seen in the last month.
Yeah, not in the last month, like of all time. Breaking the record in the CDL, dropping the 18. So when 1.87 is bonkers, utterly ridiculous. You have to pay attention to it. But for Scrapz, Mr. Consistent down the line every single game mode. So it's an SMG on one side and AR on the other. Two very young players. Got to see if they have the hot hands.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's many people talking about the run towards that Rookie of the Year. Is it Scrapz? Is it Ghosty of OpTic? We'll find out who, though. I think this event will certainly seal the fate of one of those two players. We roll, though, slowly into this game, and it is going to be an absolute delight. Mikado to start the series off.
And look, I know we're gassing a lot of the rookies too, but I know when I'm thinking HyDra on the flip side, I'm thinking CleanX before I'm thinking Scrapz. And Mikado for map 1 is a map that CleanX has made his home. So that to me is that battle. The ferocious SMGs on either side. Who can get off to that hot start? Who can set the tone? Because we saw what happened in the first series. Momentum goes a long way.
Yeah, of course, the winner of this one will be playing Atlanta FaZe, waiting in the winner's bracket. Here we go, though. Map number 1, Mercado Las Almas. Hard point. As one of the players that we are giving a lot of props to, CleanX, the Great Dane. Keep an eye out for him. He loves himself some Mikado.
I mean, yeah, New York and Toronto have squared up 4 times on the year. CleanX has been feasting, so he's ready for the matchup. He's got the front man, Hicksy, leading the charge, but he gets cut down straight away. Maybe a nice start for the Subliners, but desperate to retain those bottom side spawns. You can see guys like Insight already applying that pressure.
Looking towards Barbershop. We're already trying to play to P2. Priestahh moves forward. Does not check both sides of the street as we battle towards the hard point. The Subliners with the early time, but it's not going to be long-lived. It's that bottom side of the map. That's what we're playing for now. That's Insight's job.
And as soon as his teammates say that they spawned out over towards 10, he pumps the brakes. He knows he's going to have a couple players nearby. So all of these are entry kills that are important for him. And keep in mind, his teammates were getting a little bit of that time. Looks like Toronto all fall down. Subliners get the wipe, but they do not get the spawns.
Or Scrapz. That stun connects and gives his position away. The Subliners will know he's here. The kills are complete, though. That is going to be the bottom side of the minimap. All Toronto Ultra for now. They're going to be able to net the first 10 to 15 of P2 when it pops.
And that is beautifully played already. The setup was there. The timing was on point, knowing even when you want to die to make sure you get those spawns. So Ultra ahead of the rotation for the moment. You want to stop HyDra as well, Scrapz. That's a good chow. That's the man you don't want close. And I mean, some others might get the close spawn, but they got a long way to go.
Well, they managed to get into the top side of the cantina. Priestahh, once again, doesn't check the right side. Hicksy, can he get himself a second here? Skyz is down low. Oh, manages to land it somehow.
I mean, this is perfect. Force free for Hicksy as well, so maybe pick your poison on which SMG is going to start popping up, but it is CleanX 7-3 as well. These guys have set the tone already, and I mean, this is 25 seconds left. A 2-piece for CleanX, a clean 4-man wipe, and look at the rotation. Scrapz is already on top of it.
That's 15 seconds remaining on the second hard point here of the map already. Scrapz looking towards the third. Priestahh up next, wins the fight. Scrapz, guns are still hot. Can't get the second though. KiSMET's in. That's the Subliners now with some presence, but it's CleanX. The trades are done. The Subliners have got control.
Yeah, no pop-off play there for Ultra in a nice moment for the Subliners to stabilize. All 4 players, guns up, ready to go. Someone needs to actually collect that time, so maybe a few seconds traded away, but Subliners still clean on the rotation. All their bases are covered.
Everyone just making their way forward now. Slowly but surely, check those corners on the approach to the hard point. Subliners with a lovely chance to hold on to this one. Trophies in play. That's going to eat anything thrown other than bullets towards that hard point. HyDra got himself a corner. Skyz from upstairs. Lovely trades. Ultra, they've got a man on the point though. Hicksy and Insight now. The 2-man play. Will Skyz read this? Trying to stay alive upstairs as Hicksy sets himself up for this, but they don't know he's there, Chance.
I mean, even if they know he's there, I think they've been waiting for him, but by the time he makes his move, it just turns into like a 1v2 gunfight. He picks up one, but he just gets trapped. Ultra play it perfectly. They were coordinated so well to block those spawns, and just an overwhelming force. This is a dominant first 3 hills in this game. If Subliners don't turn it around immediately, they're going to be down by just too much.
Good news for Subliners fans, though. It's very easy to chain points together here on Mercado. We've seen it all year long. And although it's the end of the year, we're bound to see it plenty more times. New hard points up. It's the Barbershop. It's a very small one, so look for those submachine guns to have a good time. But Priestahh trying to keep at bay. The suppressing fire here from that back corner. As over to HyDra now on the inside of the point. Ultra, one step closer. Here's Hicks on the outside. Here comes the break. Trying to fly on through. Can't get either of them done. It's a good hit, but it's not done yet. Skyz is in. Can't get any more. That's the break. Ultra are in.
Teamwork on point there for Toronto, but still have to hold off the next push. And Priestahh, I mean, the damage is good, but you got to find the kills. He is tagging up everybody, but cannot finish them. And now for Ultra, I mean, guns up, ready to go on the front side of the hill. You got Jamie Craven shooting like that. Good luck on Mercado.
I don't know how we got the second. Wow, and CleanX get that! Wow, what a set of kills as Ultra starting to heat up in front of the home crowd. Can the Subliners make their way to the point? It's KiSMET, the man of the moment, finally brought down, but numbers for the Subliners on new.
And look, they need this as well, because keep in mind, you're talking about Rookie of the Year MVP performances, HyDra versus CleanX, 15 kills for one, now 6 and 12 for the others. The Subliners need to start getting hot, but there's a nice kill feed for them. Get a nice little wipe, collect some time, but obviously it's a 100-point deficit. They got a long way to go.
Ultra's breaks have been good. Breaks getting into the hard point, killing those players, getting time. HyDra from behind, unable to get anything going. Priestahh with eyes on the middle of the map. There's lots of time still to play for here on the courtyard of Tin. 35 seconds to go. Here comes the next hit.
Look at the trades. Look at the trades, not to be found. KiSMET for 2, and just like that, a nice push is going to be staved off. But you have Ultra. I mean, CleanX might get killed for a scrap, but Insight maybe looking for a late play. Him and Hicksy are going to fight this whole time for 20 seconds. They're going to take it. That is a good chunk of scrap to get, especially when you have guys like Scrap down low working on the rotation. Ultra, they are all over the place right now.
It's a very delicate balance. They managed to get it both done. Final 10 will go their way. Over towards the new one, though, in Skyz. He can sniff danger. May not be one of the dogs on the team, but he is dangerous just as much. CleanX 2 down low, cleans up. It's KiSMET now doing what he can to take care of all these players on the point, and chance it is all Ultra downstairs.
Hey, Skyz hasn't even taken a gunfight. He's waiting for the hill to pop. Everyone on Subliners just get picked apart. You gave up 20 seconds of scrap time just to get obliterated on the rotation. Ultra right now seemingly can do no wrong. I mean, maybe HyDra trying to get back in the mix of free kill form there, and Subliners do break back through and get that top canteen in control. Finally, they're getting some kills.
There's Skyz in the feed helping out HyDra. He's been a little slow so far. We are expecting him to pick up the pace indeed. Subliners with a good 30 seconds to be had here on the bottom side, or top side rather, of that canteen. Lots of time still to go. Let's see if they can hold it.
I mean, look, it's a good setup right now. Ultra going to be going for that swarm, and this is the perfect time before this rotation to go into a listen-in with Toronto Ultra.
One more, maybe. Run free, last boys. Yeah, run free. He's one shot. HyDra. Missing Skyz. Absolutely. Mid Priestahh, right down mid. Asphalt all the way out middle, boys. Put on AR. I'll see mid. What's going on? Mid. You have the cup. One cubby. Still there. Still cubby. Scrap. I'm leaving. I'm going house. Cubby. Don't choke. Asphalt 10, bro. Watch your ladder, Jimmy. Watch your ladder. I'm looking. Cubby. I'm coming, Jimmy. Stay ladder. Stay ladder. Yeah, I'm coming, Jimmy. Yo, one behind me mid. Spawning up mid. Yeah, sprinting on mid. I'm mid. Yeah, Marcus still. Just hold that, Jimmy. That's fine. They could be behind you. Mid, one shot, Jimmy. One shot. Mid, one shot. Grenade. One shot. Still ladder. Still ladder.
Time weak.
Yeah, quick. Yeah,
behind me back line now.
Okay. Hey, this fuck out time. Go on.
Well, back alley as well. HyDra.
Yeah, on the truck cars.
We can have it.
Nice.
House. Once.
Okay, I vault in.
Turn around. Turn around.
Yeah, I vault in. I'm
Stop house.
I vault in.
They went house, man.
Nothing's in. All good, get this time.
Got it. One shot. One shot goes safe. He's going hedge. There's 2 hedge.
He's top house, right? He's top in the house now. HyDra.
It's fine. I spawned in. I'm going deep. Actually, I'm gonna go sick here.
I'm gonna come guard.
He's in copy new, on the fucking corner new. In hill, KiSMET.
I'm gonna deep right.
Yeah. They got time, boys.
Fantastic comms. Oh my god, as always from Toronto Ultra. It's now a 100-point game chance.
Yeah, I mean, calm, cool, collected, and crushing. Ultra can do everything. CleanX, I mean, we saw the shots he just had. Might not have gotten a kill, but that is a dangerous man on the map. Easy reads there from Insight. Ultra, they've literally just been comfortable from start to finish, and I know it's not done yet, but we are knocking on the devil's door.
Never over until it is truly over. Map control a little squirrely right now, and I mean that in the best possible way for Ultra. They've got a lot of players all over the place. They haven't accounted for Priestahh. He's now been spotted, his presence is known, and Insight on the prowl, trying to hunt him down. But he's doing the best he can to keep everyone here at FaZe. The Subliners on the approach. There's wow! Smooth moves out of Jamie Craven, not able to get the kill.
Never knew he could be a pole dancer, but Insight, a man of many talents. Even the Hill Kitten as well, minute and 53 in time. Subliners, though, desperation hours. You need a full 60 to think about turning things around. Of course, though, Hicksy, well played. He's blocking the Barberside spawns. He's waiting for his teammates to reposition. A calm team like this can always make the high IQ plays.
They've got to break themselves in towards that new point. Suppressing fire from the Subliners. Priestahh has been pushed back. KiSMET in the feed. Nice work from Hicksy on the slide. Was he playing Black Ops 4? How did he do that? Over to HyDra, gets a second. Now we're inside. That's the close range fight. It's 3 for Hicksy. That's the break. Ultra are in.
And the high IQ again. This entire play started on him waiting for his teammates. And yes, the Subliners do hold on, but they still lose a decent chunk of time. And this is time that Scrapz looking to fight for. Flying up top, but he's going to get cut down. Maybe now Toronto need to cut their losses and focus on that rotation. A couple extra players fall, but they should have the setup around 10. But for Subliners, chained near full 60, starting to crawl back into this game. A good break here, and they can pull it off.
We test their ability to break. It's going to be a very, very close call with death there from KiSMET. It's now towards the back alley we fly. 4 seconds, the hard point will open up, and Toronto Ultra is certainly looking at the map. One victory. Here we go, Subliners. You need the break right here and now. CleanX cuts him downstairs. Skyz through the front door, able to get only one before the life ends. Here's the pinch. It's HyDra on the flank. Gets himself one, dips out, but he's taken care of as well. It's the next one from CleanX there on the inside. Final 5 seconds. Ultra have nearly got it. Priestahh late break, but it's JB Craven. Once again, insights in, and that is map number 1.
Welcome to Mercado, Toronto's map pick for a reason. Operating like butter on the map. Everything looks so clean. Good rotations when they need them. Coordinating on the fights for the scrap time. At the same time, they're winning rotations. Breaking the Subliners down hill by hill. And of course, in the slang, wasn't just CleanX. Like my expectation, Hicksy was right there with them the entire time. Oh, Toronto, how they love Merc.
What a fantastic start to the tournament for them. That's map number 1 in the books. As we look across the stats, Hicksy man, but absolutely brilliant. 26 and 20 there. CleanX, big man on Mercado though. We called it coming into this one. He's very happy on the map and mode, and I think his teammates know that as well.
Yeah, and of course, like Insight just gets to hang out on that map as well. 2 minutes collected in the hill. We saw moments from him when he's in the hill, like on Barbershop, where the guy's picking up pieces as well, but he's almost like on patrol mode. He'll go stand on a section of the map. He'll get bullets into all the different players all over the place, and again, just incredibly well coordinated. The SMGs for Toronto popping off the entire time, and well, New York just had nothing to offer them.
Not a whole lot, no. We'll take a look at the highlights now. A lot of love there from Toronto Ultra have certainly pleased this hometown crowd. Start things off, CleanX had a brilliant show. Again, Insight, some of those close-range gunfights were outstanding there with attack. The defender of the hard point indeed. Subliners got going a little bit too late chance. Some solid holds, but nothing tremendous. We'll see though if they can bounce back in that search and destroy, because again, both teams, especially on Hotel, we should be in for a treat.
Had so many tough moments as well. That was when Priestahh was getting tags into everybody, but couldn't quite finish the kill. This is where Insight, did exactly that, but the trade's always on point. The gunny always on point as well, and I know we saw at least in the kill feed, a slow start from HyDra. I know his S&D is where he has really been shining though, so you expect a good bounce back for the map too.
You would absolutely expect it, and again, everyone knows we're playing on LAN here. It's the most sort of fair playground we can possibly create for these players. As Subliners, they've already won a major one. As they started the season so brilliantly, you're still seeing them as a contender. Again, 2 teams have already won tournaments, 2 teams in great form. This one is going the distance.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, you know, one of the things about LAN environment too is like it is more difficult even just to come. Slightly different, you got a massive crowd behind you. Teams like Toronto who can keep it calm the entire time and make everything clean and precise. There's never a moment in that Mercado where we're not making heads-up plays, so the guys completely on point. That being said, it's Toronto's map pick. They were expected to win the map 1. Map 2 is where things will get a little bit more dangerous.
26 and 20 there from Hicksy. CleanX 31 and 26. A lovely start from everyone there on Toronto Ultra. Hardpoint goes their way. Mercado, though, we say goodbye for now. We will now say hello to a Hotel search and destroy for map number 2. But Charles, not a bad look whatsoever. Your expectations coming in this one, obviously we thought this was going to be a Game 5, a very solid showing. We talked about it on the Spaces yesterday. What do we think about this one, mate?
One, I just think Squirrel, I mean, Tilt's getting in the mix, but he is not going to be tilted after that one. But Hotel, absolutely going to be an interesting map pick. I know for New York Subliners, through like almost the first like 75% of the year, they play Hotel S&D occasionally. Since Stage 4, they've played it like 9 times. These guys have basically been grinding all up on the lead up to Champs.
All upon that lead up to Champs. Well, the Blue Bird has been talking about Champs. We go from... We go from one, animal to another, but the Blue Bird, we're talking about a big deal. Champs is going to be the biggest Call of Duty event ever. We have just made history. 2.3 million on the line, and there are still some tickets available. June 15th to the 18th at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. We will see by the end of possibly today who makes it as we add more and more teams to that list of those who have qualified.
And a very interesting dynamic about this run-up to champs for some of these teams is things that like the Subliners are doing. Their final match they had on the online portion of the league, thrown in a sub player. And obviously, that means they played Toronto Ultra instead of, I believe it would have been Vegas Legion in round 1. Had a moment to talk to some of the coaches on New York, and they're basically like, look, we're here to win tournaments. We don't care who we play. In fact, we want the better teams early on to get the ball rolling, to get the hot hand, because they're coming for it all. Not just this trophy, but the champs one as well. So a tough map one, looking for the bounce back on Hotel. York Subliners, they have made this their home.
Well, Ultra qualified for champs. I wonder, can we get Tilt to come to Vegas as well? Surely.
Fingers crossed.
How come we don't have more mascots in the league? I mean, come on.
Squirrels don't need Vegas.
Subliners could have a huge rap. Here we go into the search and destroy. Skyz with that bomb in his hand. He's going to go over towards A. Just for a moment. For the rest of Ultra, though, they're looking towards both bomb sites right now. Oh, dear. Looking to try to make a decision, and HyDra interrupts their thinking with that first blood.
Hey, you love the aggression as well, right? Have a tough map 1, and you bounce back with just a ferocious middle map pit. And now for Ultra, have to pump the brakes and reposition. And Ultra don't know this, but some good news. I mean, it's Skyz that's the bomb carrier. He's on the other side of the map, away from his teammates. So if Ultra don't fall for this bait and they don't give it the bomb plant, Subliners will be forced to make a move.
They haven't quite taken the full bait. The cheese is in the trap, but the spring has yet to be sprung. As Priestahh still patrolling mid. Insight probably can't hear him at this point in time. That's an online COD thing. But now it's certainly very tense. Insight might have spotted him on the jump there, but 35 seconds to go. KiSMET gets dropped. That's now a 2v3.
Well, the patience pays off on one side, but Hicksy just made noise in kitchen, and now you're getting flanked by Scrapz as well. That's bombed down. You have 25 seconds.
25 seconds to make something happen real quick. Hicksy gets cut down through the middle of the map. HyDra's kill is going to make kitchen the safest place to plant, and you've got time to get it done. Can Scrapz move fast enough? Dead silence about halfway through. He could get into kitchen and cause some serious damage. Here we go. Final 10, done. Bomb planted. HyDra gets the round.
And that is a dicey round to get as well. I mean, New York Subliners on a strategic front. They put themselves in a tricky spot, not easy to deal with, especially once Hicksy gets kills over in kitchen. Once Scrapz works the flank, things can be a problem. The solution, HyDra, 3 kills in round 1.
He set record-breaking performances as of recent. HyDra in the mode, a terrifying opponent, one of the best players in the world, without doubt.
Here's a look at some of the kills he was able to pick up as well. Oh yeah, almost forcing the old windmill. I think unfortunate for Hicksy. Little aim assist just launches him in the opposite direction.
Round 2, here we go. Toronto Ultra will be attacking this time round. Hicksy with that bomb in hand. Stun check from HyDra, he might go for this. But CleanX, certainly his opponent on the other side of the stat sheet. We'll see how they fare against each other throughout the series.
I mean, untradeable as well. Not even a thought to go and look to try to hunt CleanX down. And interesting angles being elected and clean shots out of CleanX. Got the trade for his teammate. Still the man advantage. And bomb collected as well. And it looks like they're going to be wrapping it back to Insight. He has been staring at top bedroom this entire round. They know the A, maybe not completely out in the open, but it is mostly clear.
Mostly clear. Skyz has pumped the brakes. Oh, bad timing. That's bad timing, but great work out of Ultra. All down to KiSMET, and his dead silence is finished. He will be loud, and he will be dead. Ultra find the equalizer.
Yeah, so heads up as well. You know, HyDra had the strong round number 1, 3-0 start. CleanX, the instantaneous bounce back. And we talked about the aggression for Subliners. Hit through like a carpet haul, child the middle of the map. CleanX says, anything you could do, I can do better. Does the exact same thing. Makes sure to trades out his teammate on Hicksy after he fell as well. Perfectly coordinated rounds, 2 for 2 on the attacks.
Again, both teams in great form right now. This is going to be a real good contest. The crowd here in Toronto are thoroughly enjoying things so far. Here we go, though. Another round. Ultra on defense.
This is great, too. You got trophies out already. There's no time to waste. No bullets being exchanged. Playing as quickly as possible. KiSMET doing his job. Number 3, Insight, the only player that can think about the chow, but the bomb is going to go down before he can make a move. This is perfect for New York.
Oh, HyDra with a jump check. Scrapz gets the first blood. Pick clean out in the middle. There's the frag grenade out. No damage dealt. And Insight now going to have to reposition. CleanX from down low. Ooh, he managed to slip the net. Trophy's going to slow the approach. Here we go. Hicksy making moves from the back line. That's going to be the bomb site wide open now. Possibility to dive on this one indeed, and that's going to be HyDra from upstairs. Takes care of the defuse. KiSMET cuts down bar. Things are getting going, 2v2.
And it's two players you got to hunt down, and they are just making too many plays. HyDra was there. The nade's going to connect. Can anyone get the kill in time? Yes, they can. Subliners get it done in a 2v4 fashion. Those SMGs were flying around that bomb site.
HyDra's wonderful string of kills on that map. That was a 4 spree right now. He's on 7-1 overall. HyDra in search and destroy. Woo, we've seen it all.
You see what the game plan is, too, from Toronto. Cut the head off the snake, find HyDra, and kill him immediately. 2 players swarming on bottom bedroom, but he had disappeared, and if you miss HyDra for a moment, he's going to make plays like that. 7 kills. This is only round number 4. I mean, he is on pace to, you know, live up to his own.
He might just do it. Problem with cutting the head off a snake is it kills it. You cut the head off a HyDra and 2 more spring up in its place. And that's the kills right now. Priestahh on the inside of the kitchen. 2-2 split here for the Subliners on defense. As they managed to trade out early on, so 3v3, things are getting a little more dicey around kitchen. Priestah's dead silence tells you the plays here.
He wants to be quiet just to move to the back door. That bomb has been collected and repositioned. Skyz 20 HP. Has to be careful about the timing. Looks like the nade's not going to be able to connect, so a slight mishap there. Skyz still alive, still a 3v3.
Ultra get a couple of tags in and scurry away, no problem. The Priestahh, though, does win the kitchen battles. The flank's now a little more open. HyDra, that's the 4th kill now in a row. 8-1. Scrap in the 1v3. Let's see what he's got.
I mean, just picking him apart. HyDra with the old TAC 56, and if they didn't know where it was before, they took him down there. 9-1 start from HyDra. Again, these guys have played Hotel Search and Destroy 9 times since the start of Stage 4. They have been on the hotel grind. And right now, HyDra, I mean, there is nothing else to say. He is taking over on this map.
He's doing it again. He's just doing exactly what we saw previously. He didn't do it on Hotel. He did it on El Asilo. But you know the Subliners are loving it so far. 3-1 is the current score. Here in Search and Destroy, we play to 6. Lots of time for Ultra to get back into this one, but they've got to get through him first.
Yeah, as many kills as all of Toronto Ultra combined. So far, truly almost a one-man show. Has the dead silence as well. Maybe wants to get aggressive through the restaurant. Now, CleanX has also been on point for the first blood. So again, that battle is still commencing on the map. HyDra needs to respond. That dead silence about to run out.
Yeah, if he gets 1 kill, though, he gets a cruise missile. Hicksy, unfortunately, was it. That's a cruise now secured. HyDra doing everything for the squad right now. Skyz joins him in the feed. They're suppressing fire, but not a single bullet touches him. He is a ghost on Hotel.
Now they're going back to help out Skyz as well. Similar to round 1, Skyz has just been holding the bomb over towards this A site. He doesn't want to overcommit until his teammates are nearby and in sight. That door is wide open, and well, that is going to slow you down just a little bit. Gets out with 1 HP. Maybe CleanX trying to get made the play, but just gets gone down. Subliners picking him apart. Every play right now is perfect.
Subliners so strong inside. Can you bring him down? He does get HyDra. Final 30 seconds to go here, and the bomb will be being planted, but in sight. He is the king of clutch here for Toronto Ultra. Right place, right time. Spot Skyz. Here comes the fight. 1v2.
Surely, New York Subliners don't give up a clutch. Player flying out of bedroom. It's never happened before. They cannot let it happen now.
Trying to isolate the fight here. Can Insight take care of at least 1? Good tags, not enough. Subliners 4-1 in the search.
And a good try out of Insight, but a better round out of New York. Again, they collected or did not get the first blood. CleanX first blooded them that round, but in the 3v4, still making plays. HyDra literally dancing with them. 10 kills now in 5 rounds. So he is still on point on the strategic front. No overcommitments, no one getting caught while planting the bomb. They know CleanX is going to be making a play. They always have it set up around the map. York Subliners on cruise control.
2 to go for the Subliners. For Ultra, it's the beginning of a very serious climb. Snipes up from Skyz. Takes Scrap way out of the equation. Here comes number 2, nearly. His teammates there to back him up. HyDra helping things out. Hicksy, though, dead silence at the ready, and he is running, checking every possible corner chance. He's found nothing, sadly.
He has to make the play. He's probably going to have to get 2 as well. You have Insight around the bomb, so he's in a delicate spot. And look at the corners they have chosen. They are ready for the flank. But if he kills HyDra first, Skyz only has a pistol.
Well, this could be very interesting indeed. There's 1 second. Hicksy gets them both. The patient play pays off. Now it's a 2v2.
Yeah, and you still have to take your time, though. You do not have intel on the other two Subliners players. Toronto, we're not playing this with information.
40 seconds to get that bomb down somewhere. The Subliners for KiSMET and Priestahh. Eyes on everything.
And look at how good this setup is. You got number 8 across the A-bomb site, number 7 across to B, so whatever direction they go, and the sooner they do it, the better. They are going to get spotted. So the advantage on this round should go to the Subliners. And you see the shots coming through. As soon as the cross happens, there you go. You know what the play is going to be. KiSMET's flanking.
Here comes the move. KiSMET right into the play. Quick check. Hicksy though, guns at the ready. Here comes the play. Straight into it. Inset finds it, and that's going to be our 2v1. Priestahh has got to back on up. 10 seconds to go. The bomb may be planted. If you get an eye on it, maybe. But here comes the rotation.
Get him off bomb. Get him off bomb.
If you get off the bomb, there's not a lot of time to get it done. Priestahh, he doesn't get a kill, but it's now a 1v1. What are we witnessing? The trophy's down, there's no dead silence shots, but now there is over 30 seconds to go.
He has to know. Oh, the timing is perfect. Priesthah's got the advantage. They spot each other. The 1v1 to keep Ultra in the game.
Here comes Priestahh. 20 seconds. That's the check! And inside, the man you count on in a tough situation keeps them alive.
Ice cold is in sight. Priestahh had that in the bag in the 2v2. The shot calling was on perfect.
Oh my God.
But Priestahh panics, thought he had the kill, tries to get away, but just a bullet off of that round win. Oh, the difference a bullet can make.
Dude, one bullet for Priestahh. He knows that was within reach. And he gave Insight the chance and he ran with it. What a round. 4-2. Ultra on defense.
Yeah, that's just a round you have to take advantage of. You have to strike back, and Hicksy going for the chow. The stun connects, but stun connects on him as well. HyDra can't win the gunfight, though. At least he get the trades. Hicksy desperate to stay alive. Has a little bit of help. Skyz is challenged, but that's just to leave us in a 2 versus 2. Both teams backing down.
What a ridiculous round so far. Ultra's defense now, they know to shift fast towards A. That's where the bomb's going for the New York Subliners. Here comes the plant. Priestahh's going to get it down. It's going to be a classic 2v2. The trophies are in position as well, but Scrap, he is moving. That's a deady play also. Priestahh now on the other side, silently moving.
And you feel like this is a guarantee. You get the Subliner split like this, too many things you have to clear out, and they have no intel on Priestahh. You're waiting on CleanX with the deady to go make the play on the flank, but Skyz has a perfect angle. This is beautiful from the Subliners.
They're flying blind. CleanX has been tagged. Skyz is going to be there for the trade. Here comes the next one. 20 seconds to go. Scrap in the 2v1. Can he make it a 1v1? No, that is it. The Subliners take the round. Map point.
Yeah, and that is the bounce back, kill the momentum. Do not let the Insight clutch run away with things. And they are just on point as well. There is not any time wasted. You have Skyz sprinting into the cat room just to make sure to go for those chows, clean up the players that are one shot, and all those fast rotations back over to the A-bomb site. If they're a little bit later, Scrap might be there in time, but Johnny on the spot. Subliners taking care of business.
And again, don't forget the Subliners. HyDra still has that cruise missile to play with. 11-4. Let's see if Ultra can find a couple more of these sweet rounds. Strong work here on Hotel from New York. One more, and they take them out.
Ultra going for a bully strat again. You got Hicksy behind enemy lines, but he's made this play before. Skyz, I don't think is intent on letting him do it again. So it's a double chow in the bottom hall. Or at least they thought about it. They got the crews coming through for the intel, so you know the player's bottom hall. You know everyone else is around the A site, so at least you have the intel.
Oh, here goes KiSMET. Yeah, watch out, mate. You know they're upstairs. You know they can hear that at the very least. Less than a minute to play. Ultra have yet to really make a move. There we go. Onto the A-bomb site. Now getting the plant.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with Hicksy down low. Trying to storm through the middle of the map. But honestly, for Ultra, maybe not too upset about this. So much pressure on the kills, though. CleanX can't finish. Everybody's weak.
A lot of damage, though. You managed to get one out of it, so now it's a 3v3. One man down either side. Scrap still holding that lobby side. KiSMET through the smoke. Might have just made the play. Dives. Sadesky gets in. Here comes the teamwork, though. Trying desperately not to let this play go through. Just over 20 seconds, and that bomb goes boom.
I can't believe he got out. These players just have to go and hunt him down. You got to sprint into death. Scrap out here making plays, but still around the bomb. It's one player left for the 1v1. But honestly, for Skyz, no time to work with. Just has to gun Scrap and already on the cross. Fancy footwork for Scrap and doesn't need the kill. He took the round.
Now, you may lose the round for the New York Subliners, but you gain another cruise missile. So that is I mean, at this point in time, a very worthy trade.
And his footwork is on point as well. His aggression actually bailed him out. He was on the back step. Subliners sent a player through, hole in the wall, all the way on the full flank. Scrapz says that I'm challenging. KiSMET's flying across. I'm moving towards him, and I mean, he gets away 1 HP, and as soon as he lives his life over towards Spa, well, that routine looks great. Got him to the next round.
Oof. 3 to go here for Toronto Ultra, simply 1 for the New York Subliners. Attacking round for New York, snipes up. Good stun is going to put Scrapz at trouble for a moment here. Another stun lands, another player close. Teamwork should be there for it. CleanX, great coverage. Another from CleanX. I don't know how he pulled that one off. Can Skyz stay alive here? 2v2. Closer to the bomb we go.
Ready for the cross, but that is a tough angle. Lampshade, not kind to the snipe.
There it is. Scrap connects. Priestahh now in the 2v1 once again. 25 on the clock.
And Priestahh is going to be forced to overextend at a certain point. Got to double up for this Chow. Got to get the timing right. Fool him once, shame on you. This time Priestahh gets the kill. He is gone.
Classic saying they have it here in New York. The Scrap is making a move. Priestahh with the deady. He is in such a sweet spot. He's going to be able to hear this. He's got it. That's it. That's the map. The Subliners level the series up 6-3 there on Hotel.
And don't you just love learning? Priestahh finds himself in the exact same 1v2 situation. Gets it that time. Making amends in a very nice bounce back map from New York. Again, Hotel S&D, that is the 10th time they have played it since stage 4. They've been grinding it for a reason.
One bullet made the difference in the previous round. This time, no mistake made from Priestahh. What a great search from the New York Subliners. 1-1 chance. I mean, this is what we expected. We wanted this series to be back and forth. It's going to be a real slugfest. And now we will see that control all evened up. See how the hard points go, and of course that final search, game 5. Puckett talked about it earlier on the desk. There's a look at the series. After this Hotel finishes, a double dose of aBeZy. We'll see who gets the win there. But Chance Hotel Control coming up next. Quick thoughts before we go to a break?
I mean, it's the big question. This is the square up map. You have New York Subliners who are wonderful on it, but you also have Toronto Ultra who are the best control team in the game. They've always set themselves apart on the map 3.
Ultra the best at map 3 here in the CDL. We'll see if they keep their run going. But first and foremost, a quick commercial break, ladies and gents. When we come back, more CDL action here live from Toronto after this.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. The Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck. And upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty League. We're all tied up 1-1 here. The New York Subliners against Toronto Ultra here in our Winners Bracket 1 matchup. But first and foremost, the man on your screen, HyDra, he is the recipient of our Scuff play of the game in that Search and Destroy for his absolutely ridiculous run their chance in S&D.
Yeah, this is the round where you had, Toronto Ultra trying to hunt him down in like that bottom hallway, but as soon as he gets behind you, just impossible to find. So it's number 5 on the minimap, just ends up going up top. So he is in between every single purple arrow. So when all these kills are getting tracked down, it's a 2v4 where him and KiSMET just end up making the big play. Cheeky little angle for the bomb plant, gets out of dodge, repositions, and for CleanX, too much to do, ends up meeting that early demise.
Yeah, 6-1. He finishes the map with 11 kills. Absolutely brilliant work out of HyDra. The Subliners, they level up the series 1-1 going into this hotel control. Map number 3 here in this one. And chances, as far as both teams are concerned, pretty solid at it.
Absolutely. I mean, fantastic game and map out of both HyDra and the Subliners for the map 3, but the bread and butter game mode for Ultras. So it's been 2 heavyweight contenders. Both of these teams have won a tournament on this year. Looking to strike here on the map 3, and honestly, for whichever team wins it, I mean, your odds of winning the series goes up to like 90%. This is the swing game mode for a reason. You need the advantage. We'll see who can set the tone.
Find out. Here we go. Map number 3, we stay on hotel, our last time here in this series. After this, we go to Embassy for a hard point. Embassy for game 5 as well. Before we get there, let's find out who walks away with this dub. It's going to be a very, very important one. We'll see if Ultra can nail this. New York Subliners push the series a little further for them. Here we go.
Worth pointing out, you have Toronto Ultra, best defensive team in the game on this map. They can defend either zone, and they made the right call. It is a square up in the middle of the map and towards A. HyDra, though, is going to strike, and that is the man you got to make sure you trade. Almost impossible to take down. It takes 2 before he falls, but anything HyDra can do, CleanX wants to do better. Also, that 2-0 start. 2
teams that have really done their homework coming into this one. Let's face it, Subliners still holding it down, trying to get themselves in on towards A. The restaurant is popping. CleanX can't get any more. Skyz and Priestahh now flying forward. Hicksy, though, on defense can only bring down so many. The players inside can't get one. Subliners save it.
I mean, that was so much damage done by Ultra, but only for an extra kill in the pocket. So defense has been on point. Talk about Ultra's ability. Well, look at this coming out of New York as well, running the show. And honestly, they just got a complete lockdown on the map. Everywhere is covered. Ultra need to find some kills.
40 seconds. They've got a little bit of time to find them, but they've got to get themselves onto one of these zones to stop the clock. If they capture a point, they add an additional minute to the round. And so far, inside, whoa, nice bit of a snap there, but KiSMET a little too strong.
And have a reposition over towards B, and this is interesting. Ultra looks like they want to make the commitment and swing over to help Scrapz. So Scrapz is the only man that sort of gave you this opening. And CleanX looking to convert, finds the next kill, leading the charge, and they're trying to stack that zone.
It's a 2-man stack for now. Trophies are in place. Here comes man number 3. KiSMET throws a sweet one that somehow manages to thread the needle, but they're in there. This one is done. 30 seconds on the clock is about to become 1:30, and Toronto Ultra, they buy a lifeline, 16 lives apiece.
Yeah, what an opening for Scrapz on that play. Starts 0-3 and then just goes and secures the B zone. And you've also evened up the life count as well. An SMG standoff in the corner. Got to make sure you get the trades. No trades needed. Hicksy just wins it. And for New York, this is a delicate moment. You cannot lose bed or kitchen control. If you ever do, the round is going to spiral. And CleanX knows it. He's looking for it. He just got it.
That it could be the play. Now, close spawns for the New York Subliners. They're flying forward. CleanX from the kitchen now straight into the restaurant. And he's serving up a little bit more than just a meal. The tags are there. Might be hitting the play forward, though. Here comes the hit. Oh, HyDra turns! No way! How did he do that? CleanX gets 2, and that could be the round.
Simply built different. It is KiSMET now, the dog that has to make the play. 2-man stack in the middle, nowhere to go. CleanX and Scrapz just won you that round.
What the hell was that? We're going to need to see a replay, and we might need a piss test. What a play!
Man's over here doing full 360s just to pick up the 2 pieces. CleanX. I mean, we know the tissue is an issue.
No, son, look at that. Priestahh caught in the crossfire. Well, that's the first round done.
Good reaction to the player cam as well. Look at like the heavyweight like SMGs too, right? HyDra struggles a little bit on the map one, instantly bounces back with a dominant couple rounds to kick off the map two. Well, look at CleanX trying to raise the stakes. 10 kills in round number 1. Toby can do no wrong, and now you have Subliners as well. Hicksy's even getting the kills. Looks like those been completely left out in the open. Ultra wanted to keep things cool. They were expecting the B hit. Nothing to be found.
A little bit of progress towards A now. Skyz loses the fight on mid. Inside Hicksy, the rest now of the Toronto Ultra members flying over towards A. One-man capture though from the Subliners. The first segment done. They keep that progress. A couple more players added to the pile, and it's going to get captured a lot quicker. HyDra though brought down CleanX. Trades are done. Skyz right back on respawn, right back into the fray. Hicksy though wins another big one.
Caught timing at its finest. Hicksy gets away with one, but does get traded out. But York really having to work for the A zone capture. It's been a slow one. They've only ever left really one body on point, so definitely playing for the kills. You got guys like HyDra pushed up very aggressive. Priestahh the exact same, but they're not finding the kills. Now Ultra can swarm the A zone and really make New York work for this round.
Here comes the hit. CleanX cut down, dead before the feet even touched it. Hicksy can't get any more. It's KiSMET. He has basically done it all over here on the A zone himself. A 2-spree, 11-7, and that's an additional minute to go. 22 lives either side. This round has just begun.
Yeah, Ultra have been playing this safe, and Hicksy can't get away with one that time. You do have Priestahh behind enemy lines, and yep, he's going to start forcing that spawn out. So Ultra, this is an important moment. Guys like Scrapz have to stay alive. You're getting flanked, you're in a pinch, but he's picking up 2 pieces before Priestahh can even get there. So he has just bought his team so much time to get in position.
This is tough. Scrapz wins this fight against Priestahh. A very happy-looking squad. Nades are out. The battle will be closed in a moment. But this is an important situation to be in. Subliners are on the point. You're now forcing Ultra to make a move. Priestahh still alive in the back line. You're spinning plates right now, Toronto.
He's got to go. You got to kill Scrapz. He can't even do it. He waited so long to make the play, but it's the rookie in Insight, the AR showing up for Ultra. That is a tense moment where Toronto's so calm, they deliver.
They're cleaning house now, making sure that side of the map is all safe. You want to make sure the Subliners, those yellow arrows on the minimap, are as far away from that little B as possible. KiSMET wins a weird one.
Awkward indeed, and well, right back up the ladder. Hicksy, though, we've seen him from spots like these behind enemy lines, an opportunity maybe to pick up a 2-piece, but it's the flank again from New York. Kills are getting exchanged because Scrapz has been just a defensive juggernaut. Him and Insight consistently in the kill feed, making HyDra's life for Hicksy's rather that much easier. You keep flanking, you keep running into a blender. Now you try to go through bedroom, you gotta deal with the SMGs. Subliners, not a kill to be found.
Finally, Skyz managed to break the curse. Will it be Pringles, or are they done? Or have they had their fill here in this round as Ultra on defense in 20 seconds, they go up 2-0.
And there's just nowhere you can go. Even Hicksy has attack 56 if you try to rewrap through your spawn. So Subliners, last-ditch effort on the play. They've swarmed the B zone. So many corners to check, but they're getting all the kills.
They have it accounted for Scrapz, who wins this big fight. That's huge. Final 10 seconds. A clean up there. Onto the point we fly, but it's Insight. Oh my, Priestahh wins his. He's alive and kicking only for a moment. CleanX. Oh my. Job not done yet, but we are damn close here on Control. It is 2-0.
And you had 10 kills from CleanX in round number 1, and then the bounce back on defense from both Insight and Scrapz, locking it down. Those are incredibly difficult moments when Priestahh is in your spawn, when he is spawning your teammates out, when he is buying so much time. Scrapz was on point with it. Anytime he needed to turn and get the kills towards the middle of the map to help his teammates, he was there. Anytime Priestahh actually went to push him, stuns are landing in his face, nades are landing in his face, and then Scrapz wins the gunfight towards the end. Intense moments, but Ultra deliver. And that is a picturesque example is why they're so good at Control.
And don't forget that insane 2-piece there on the early point. That first round would have gone the other way for the Subliners, but now a lovely opening from them on defense. Can they keep Ultra at bay? This time the 2-2 split towards A and B, all good so far.
This is just going to be a little square up over towards the B zone as well. Trying to force this through. These are impossible gunfights to win, and Skyz shows you exactly why. Locks it down, 2 kills in a row, but also Skyz has been left by himself. You still have Ultra toying with the idea of going to B, but A brick wall is Skyz, giving them nothing in this round.
He's out there checking IDs at the bar, and no matter what age they are, he is not letting anyone through whatsoever. That side of the map is all Subliners for now. Hicksy's found a few kills towards Restaurant, able to get in now for the time being. 38 seconds, the clock has been stopped. It's a two-man capture.
Priestahh a nice one as well, but I don't know if Subliners are going to be quite in position to stop A. Toying with the idea, maybe a flank here from Skyz. The bouncer's made his way into the Restaurant. See if the powers commence.
Here we go. Yeah, it sure does. He somehow gets another one. Scrap now on the chow, cuts him down. Can he find another? His Scrap is turned that boy flying, but again, you've managed to lose the battle. You got 2 segments. The Subliners are in firm control.
And Ultra want to force this too. Players like number 4, CleanX off spawn, going all the way back over towards Restaurant. So there's no openings on the map just yet. They are getting picked apart. Nice little moment for KiSMET as well. And Priestahh, maybe the final man in line, has to fight the entire team, and obviously the overwhelming force. Ultra eventually should be able to capture A, but it's not going to be easy. HyDra flanking again.
Another life count as well. 12 to 22. This is huge. KiSMET, oh, nearly. Insight stays alive. HyDra now with eyes on mid. Tags are there. No kill, though. That's going to help out, but a minute to play. Ultra really got to get going. Whoa, Garrett.
Good movement, better shots though out of HyDra, but there is pressure on the B zone. I mean, you have straight up gunfights for Ultra. They're at least trading him out, but the problem is, even if you win the gunfights on the zone, here comes the flank from HyDra. Easy. Cleaning house, taking care of business, right back in firm control.
Wow, well, final 50 seconds now, ticking away. Toronto Ultra have got to get through HyDra. Easier said than done. Currently on a 3 spree. The clock's still ticking, and they've fanned out across the map chance. They're waiting for that opportunity, trying to make a moment happen.
That's a perfect corner as well. Has the intel, but maybe baiting for the shots. Doesn't matter. He's challenged. That's a 4 spree, and maybe this would be a nice moment for Subliners. Obviously, if they win the round, get some momentum, a cruise missile would be even sweeter.
Best corners in the game. HyDra 4 spree now, playing it real slow. Here comes number 5, Hicksy, taken care of. 15 seconds to go. As the New York Subliners stay alive, but it's not over yet. There's another one, the best corners in the game. HyDra still afloat, running the show. It's a 7 spree. The final 5 seconds. Surely there's no way. Surely not. The Subliners, they finally get it done.
I mean, those kills were quite literally falling into his lap. Talk about those heavy hitter battles, man. It was CleanX in the round 1 stepping up for the team, but if you look at the scoreboard now, I know Subliners are down, but they just slayed the hell out of Toronto in that round 3. HyDra up to 24, KiSMET up to 22. Those 2 players have taken over the lobby, but objective-based game mode, Ultra only need 1 more round.
Yeah, kills only really come into it if we have a tiebreaker scenario and who captured the most segments, but we'll see. The Subliners start to catch fire. This game of control far from over.
And another just straight up A hit as well. Not playing with too much funny business over towards the B zone. It's the same thing from Ultra. Just a stack over towards B. Don't want to give anything away. And well, there's HyDra starting this round off right as well. Poor insight. Just in a bad spot. Now HyDra just in your spawn looking for the kills.
Oh, he's got dead silence as well. There's a 2-piece on a plate for him. There's the first, the second. Tags are there. HyDra's causing problems. His teammates, they left A. They've all come to B. They better win these fights, otherwise that run was for nothing.
I mean, so they're at least able to get a take, so already this is success. Unfortunately, no trophy. They are getting pelted with stuns, pelted with nades, and now the bullets coming through as well. Ultra cleaning house. Got to take care of the SMGs, though. The trade's on point. And Ultra stabilized. That is still a very nice play out of the Subliners, who are still putting the pressure on B. Fortunate for them, it was CleanX that was nearby. They are working for every single kill.
Priestahh versus Hicksy. This is an absolutely unchecked 1v1 so far. Hicksy, they trade. Oh my. Well, the foot race is on towards both points. 1 man, KiSMET towards B. The remaining members of the Subliners over on A.
Scrapz going to get cleaned up over towards A, but I mean, long term, again, these plays, HyDra gets in your base, the quick reposition out of the Subliners, and 2 ticks of B might be the thing that makes the difference to win this round. Still a little ways to go. You got Ultra setting up around the map for the kill, but you still have pressure near B. HyDra, pop that silence. He's got nearby. There's his first free kill.
HyDra's causing problems. The second not to be had, though, that's CleanX. That is truly his nemesis here on Hotel. A is done. An additional minute will be added to the clock here in this very tense round.
Good trades as well. That's like the benefit of Subliners, by the way, constantly leaving like 1 player on that A zone. They have so much time to work with to try and create those special moments, and well, they just need 1 more moment like that. Hicksy, though, doesn't want to let it happen. More kills being exchanged in Toronto's favor. Overall, though, still down 3 lives.
Still down 3, but they are slowly but surely clawing their way back into this one. Whoa, Hicksy, what a snap. Skyz is in real trouble. Cruz, though, from HyDra. Here it comes. Bit of information gained. Maybe to clean these players out. No, trophy's going to be there. That might have actually been the roof.
Still, though, if you're working on the flank, they were trying to create these moments before. Last time it was Priestahh behind enemy lines. This time it's HyDra, but HyDra can find the first. It's him and KiSMET working together. It's just the ARs that are on the flip side. You have Scrapz and Insight that have been a defensive brick wall, but they're not going to have the reinforcements just yet. They are getting picked apart.
Oh, KiSMET didn't see that last player. It's a 3-man down. That's going to be huge. Final segment is going to absolutely evaporate. 2 players on it. Here comes Insight. Here comes Insight. Gets 2. Oh, my God. The point was clean for a moment, but Skyz is still on it. What a set of kills, but it matters not. Final round.
Too little, too late. The pressure from the early plays on the round are enough for Subliners to get it done. They clean house and have that early connection. Down 0-2 on the map. They are right back to map point. And this game 3, it is the difference maker in this series. If you can take Ultra down in their bread and butter game mode, their odds go up dramatically, and a smile on the face of that SMG duo as they are frying. HyDra, 33 kills, 3,800 damage in the lobby. No one's even close.
Final round, here we go. Heavy hit towards A for Toronto Ultra. It was 3, now it is 1. Can CleanX somehow win this battle? He's the last man alive for his team. Everyone else is going to be on respawn, and oh my good God, the Subliners on defense here. It is a stranglehold so far.
I mean, this is brutal. I mean, KiSMET even spawns in with attack 56.
Oh my God.
KiSMET spawns in with it and gets 3 kills already on the round. They are pushed up everywhere in and around your base. 2 players in restaurant. You got number 5 HyDra roaming mid, and even a player top bedroom. Ultra, they can't even get out.
They're trying through the connector to cross. That KiSMET will not let go of that iron sight. 45 seconds. Ultra are still swarming around the restaurant, and it may be their time. Here we go. One more shot at this. You have to start thinking about the other point. Scrapz there with a win. No, can he get it? No. KiSMET is still going. That's another 4 down. Subliners looking so strong.
I mean, they just have everything covered. This is a team that has done their homework. This is brutal, and now you're just going to be like lambs to slaughter, lined up on the cross. Ultra might just fly into death. At least you get a trade. Hicksy, the only player able to make it across for now, but KiSMET's going hunting.
Is this the one opportunity that Ultra needed to get a point? Oh my God, KiSMET is frying. One more kill against a Cruz. Priestahh is there in the feed. Covering fire from Scrapz. It's not going to last for too much longer. Here we go. Desperately trying to get them off the point. 1 segment down. Priestahh there once again. CleanX now doing what he can to get them out. And you've still got numbers if you are Ultra, but you're in so much trouble. Skyz with the 3.
You just got absolutely blendered in this round. Desperate to stop the clock on A. 7 seconds left. And I think that's a Cruz coming through that might be forcing him off. I mean, Ultra, it's 2 bodies on the point. You have to win these gunfights if you want any hope. And even if you win them, you are down by 13 lives.
There are 4.4 seconds left, but if you capture this point, you get a minute. Here comes the hit. Snake boys, snake as hard as you can. Skyz taken care of. The pinch is now 1. KiSMET taken care of. It all comes down to Priestahh, and Priestah's gone as well. The round is still going. We've got another minute to play.
It's still just 9 lives to work with, though. 9 lives to capture 1 point. Ultra need to be objective masterminds.
It's 1 wave of kills is all you need. The Subliners hold on for a minute. I'll take care of 8 and then make it 7.
Big win.
The play is not over yet. Hicksy from bedroom side. Wait for reinforcements. Go again.
Well, that's 2. No one's going to be flanking down from New York. You can just stack straight to the point. Ultra can pull this off.
They're pulling the kill. Scrapz there with a gun. The stack is in. This is far from over. Skyz has to make a move. Priestahh getting involved in the play as well. This is it. It's flying. Anyone there for the contest? It's done! Toronto! Absolutely rip it away. They were 4 seconds from a loss. What a game of control that was.
And that is why they are the best control team in the game. Down 10-23 on lives, 4.4 on the clock. It does not matter. They got the dub.
This place shook for a couple of seconds there. Wow. Well, there we go. Ultra take the lead here in the series, 2-1. Match point going into aBeZy.
And then Ultra so calm. Yeah, can I get some water? That'd be great. Just hook me up. Like, again, so calm for the bounce back. But, man, again, the heavy hitters, the SMG duo for the Subliners, HyDra and KiSMET, 4,200 damage apiece, 36 kills from HyDra. And CleanX, though, right there with them. I mean, that man was challenging everything on the map, but the importance, it was the teamwork in the final moments. Ultra had the close spawns. They had the swarm. They had the timing. They got it done.
I mean, it always does come down to one wave of kills and everything just falls apart. We saw it all here, man. I mean, Subliners did exactly the same thing. Their defense was so strong, but there's almost a problem when you win the defensive rounds and you get it for the round 5. There's always a worry that the other team has managed to work out the setup. They know the strats, they know what to do. It takes one set of kills, and that's exactly what we saw. Highlights from the start of this one. What a banger of a control.
And that is such a painful one for Subliners as well, because when I say that, like, the start of that round was perfect, they had, like, 2 separate clean 4 downs, knew exactly where they're spawning, knew exactly what setups that they wanted to have. And I think even for the Subliners, there was every single moment in that game until the final 10 seconds, they were like, we got this in the bag. This is a free win. We are doing everything perfectly. And then the breakdown happened. So not easy to bounce back from. We have a double aBeZy potentially to finish off the series. Ultra, they want to get it done in 4.
That was the final moments there. 4.4 seconds in the restaurant. A gets captured. It took him barely any time to get across the map. And Skyz from those desk positions. There's so many outstanding plays, so many great 3 pieces. That last one, though, couldn't get it done. Ultra on their feet. Rightfully so. What a map that was.
And that is so stressful for the Subliners and electric for Toronto Ultra. The vibes are flowing, back with the hot hand, and you have a game where you drop a .86 as a team and get the dub. Who needs kills in control? You just need that map win. Ultra, boy, do they love that map 3.
Hey, man, win's a win. We say goodbye now to Hotel in this series. It's been a lot of fun, but we will say adieu. And we'll go over towards aBeZy now. We've got a hard point coming up next. And if New York Subliners can close this out, we do go to another search and destroy. Also on aBeZy chance. How are we feeling going into the aBeZy, though? What's the sort of big difference between these 2 teams?
Well, to make it distant for the aBeZy map 5, that's a toss-up. Like, this is not a team that either, or not a map that either team plays incredibly consistently. It's not like the Hotel where Subliners have played it now 10 times in stage 4. That's just a square up. Who knows what the hell is going to happen? For the map 4, I would say the only map where Subliners have a clear-cut advantage, and it is a small advantage at that.
Take any advantage we can possibly get. This is a look at the major placements throughout the entire year so far. Subliners obviously start things off very, very strong. First place. And then, of course, Ultra, 3rd place there. Well, 1st place at Major 3. That was a real shocker for us all, Chance, but at the same time, an incredibly exciting run between 2 teams who, a little bit up and down between the pair of them.
Absolutely. I mean, the top 12 is definitely the biggest stinger on the list, but as a whole, 2 of the top teams in the game, both of which have already secured their champ spot. I know the seeding maybe could get slightly adjusted, but it's just a heavy hitter battle, man. 2 teams already won in tournaments. Obviously, for guys like Scrapz, it's his first year. Same thing for Hicksy. They got a tournament win in their first tournament together at the pro level. So feeling good. They got the home crowd. How sweet it would be to win it here in their home.
Yeah, it's not many teams have managed to pull off the hometown victory. Of course, OpTic back in Vanguard, they managed to lift the trophy in front of their own crowd back at Major 1. I don't think there are too many others that have done it. Actually, Atlanta FaZe back in 2020, their own home series, very exciting there. Not a lot of players get the opportunity to do it in front of a home packed crowd. So we see if Ultra can go the distance. But for now, we load into aBeZy. Hardpoint, map number 4. It is match point for Toronto Ultra. For the Subliners trying to stay alive here in the winner's bracket.
And I'll just run back the same analysis we had on Mercado. I'm looking at CleanX on one side. I'm looking at HyDra on the other to be those main slayers pop off potential. And I know Scrapz did have a bit of a difficult game for the map 3. Uncharacteristic down there in the KD. He might be looking to strike back with a vengeance as well.
Well, here we go. aBeZy is a fun one, friends. Very fast-paced. Hardpoints feel a lot closer together than they are. Some machine gun players. Oh, they're going to have a good time at HyDra. A short-lived good time, but a good one at that.
I mean, you always enjoy. Nice little gunfight to kick things off. And, I mean, Ultra's still taking advantage. 15 seconds on P1 is not too shabby at all. And, frankly, they're getting even more. 20 seconds on a P1 to start the game. Already, this is one of the stronger P1s that you'll really be able to see this year. And Ultra, still plenty of time to try to make it even better. Bunch of kills, though, getting exchanged, and I think New York maybe just want to stabilize, focus on that rotation of P2. Toronto are playing with some options.
Oh, my lord. Well, P2, low right-hand side of the minimap, where CleanX is right now, or at least where he was until HyDra gunned him down. And Scrapz has found himself a few kills, so he's keeping Toronto's presence alive on that side of the map. Hicksy with a pinch, that's huge. This is going to change the shape of the map for a moment, unless KiSMET, can he get both? No, he can't. Last man here for the Subliners, HyDra, and with his death, that is it. Map control ultra.
This is as good as it gets. I mean, that should have been a rotation. That should have been free and clear for the Subliners, but now off the back foot again. And it's a long way away before they can even get to the point. Couple entry kills going their way, but Priestahh just gonna dance with too many players. Ultra, they're sitting on the gas side of the map as well. They're happy to give up this back spawn. They're trying to play the long game.
Can HyDra find any out? This KiSMET finds two. That's all 4 down. That's a 30-second hard point there that New York Subliners have got to now suckle upon and see if they can't get themselves back into this.
Man, that's an interesting moment because I think Ultra had more opportunities to really put pressure on P2, but they were focused on the rotation. They better get it, and that is a nice start. He's flying it with the TAC 56, winning gunfights like that, but they also get chopped down. Insight now, the last man standing, no trophy on the hill. Unfortunately, the Priestahh falls down, but the trades are there anyway. This is a slugfest to get to AC.
Scrapz up, guns at the ready. Oh no, that is such bad timing.
That's the curse.
Must have been a fly in his eye, and Skyz manages to get 2 of them. That's unreal. Insight holding it down. Here comes the next hit. Trophies at work though, as Insight can't hold on forever. Good work out of the Subliners. They're right back in this.
That was like an eventuality that they're able to get the break on AC. I mean, that was a true slugfest by both of these teams, but you can see KiSMET on the 6th spree to get his team back in the game and collecting a good chunk of time. You do have to be partially worried about a flank from Hicksy, but right now, Subliners, this is just comfortable. You don't have to move. You let the gunfights come to you.
Yep. Post up. Enjoy the sounds so far of aBeZy, Skyz, and KiSMET. Yep. Falls right into their lap. Hard point still ticking away. We will see a lead change. The next hard point, though, on the inside of the aBeZy. This is where things are going to get real mixy, and Priestahh's trying to get in there for the squad.
Looking to break the chain as well. Desperate right now just to win a rotation because Subliners in a fantastic position to make plays down low. Priestahh pops open the door and pops Hicksy as well. They got the hill time. Get one extra trade and Subliners will just straight up win the rotation battle. They were down 60-20. They have the lead and now they can let it run.
Subliners will be spawning very close to the hard point should they fall here, but kills are up. HyDra looking across the tennis court, gets himself his first. The back door now covered. Scrapz will be the man to enter it. But HyDra moving completely silently finds himself his 3rd in a row. Into the hard point, can't get any more. Ultra are in. CleanX and Insight, they get the break. That's their time now.
Yeah, nice bounce back, but still a little bit mixy. This is 30 seconds worth fighting for, and that might be Hicksy and Insight just closing those doors. Last ditch effort out of KiSMET. You can throw away that life and set up on rotation, but that is wonderful scrap time for Toronto to get. They'll be able to retake that lead as we have a very stable rotation coming through. Subliners all over P5.
Well, if you thought the aBeZy was close and personal, get ready to enter the kitchen. This tiny little room is about to become very fun indeed. Lead change. The Subliners are in position for the new hard point. Let's go for a listen in.
I got it. I'm switching. I have an air. Yeah, I have all P2, right? I have a trophy in red. Wait, P1's open, guys. P1's kind of open. P1's kind of open. Yeah, he's back. Yo, play tight. Make sure we block his spawns.
Here's 3rd van.
I'm looking. 3rd van, help.
Yeah, 2 on me right. 2 on me right.
They're going back up.
I got it. I'm just staying down. I'm staying down. I cannot push.
Yo,
I'm getting pushed. I'm getting pushed. You're going to be on me right. Alright, 2 right.
Some team shot and hold my P1. Somebody team shot me.
Yeah, 2 guys.
1 shot hill dead.
Nice.
I'm pushing blue. Pushing blue.
My spawn orange.
Laying down. Blue is 2. Nice. 1 shot. 1 shot. He's red on me.
I'm behind him.
Scrap.
Nice. Last guy.
There's one more. They can go gas right now. One of them.
Have it.
2 more.
I'm touching. You're first.
You go on top. Top AC.
Top AC. I'm top of streak. I'm watching my laundry.
Stop it.
You want on me?
Stop it.
I'm up.
P2 last one.
I'm one off a streak.
You get off time. I got
I'm getting top. I have top.
I'm gonna go orange and
go wrong. I have a streak.
I'm going top AC. You have my speed or no?
I have office, yes.
Listen, I'm not pitching gas. I'm staying in P5.
Office 1 bullet. CleanX with the sub.
I have a streak. There's 2 here. Other guys got shit on.
Nice. Top with the sub.
Yeah, I'm staying alive AC. Somebody get time. I'm watching my gas bench. Yo, low gas, low alley. Nice, good shit. That's all 4.
P2 back. P2. He's on me.
Nice, good shit.
Yo, it's sign. Orange weak, guys. CleanX. This is orange. He's going red. Then he's going red.
I'm gonna get top. I'm getting laundry on me, laundry. He's first side, challenging out. Laying down. Calm it down, guys.
Yeah, he's top PD.
Nice, I'm going through mid. You guys be fast on me.
Yeah, Hicksy
Have a minute.
Well, those are some of the best comms we have heard out of the Subliners all year. On point, nice and calm, and their setups have been on point. You got HyDra calling out there on orange, flanking around. They are on top of everything. Nice little 60-point lead as we rotate towards P2.
It's only getting bigger for the Subliners right now as the gunfight from Priestahh seemingly never ends, but the time ticking very much in their favor. Cruz called in now, trying to soften up the members of Toronto Ultra. No connect. Hicksy's going to still be alive here, but he's going to contest this hard point. Lots of numbers here from New York as they are still in control.
And HyDra is challenged too. I mean, wide swings around that hill to get that extra damage in. And Subliners on P2 have been on point, looking clean, got gas pushed out. KiSMET seemingly always has the right gun for the job. Ultra though, bully out just a little bit, pick up a couple kills and look for a little bit of that time. Still 30 seconds worth fighting for.
We've seen this hard point get broken, the same sort of situation. Even with AC on the horizon, this place is not safe. We've still got a Cruz to play with as well from Skyz. His 6th spree earlier paid off. Hicksy doesn't let Priestahh hit the top ladder. And with that, HyDra's foot was not spotted. So Hicksy now in a bit of a battle towards this new hard point.
This is one of those rare moments. We had a few on Mercado where you have Ultra doing a good job of picking up a lot of the old time while being perfect on the rotation and new. So they're down by, again, about 50 points going into this one. But a very tight setup around AC. Scrapz might be the airman and he gets picked apart, but it's a cruise missile to help take these players down. And he's going for the spawners. That's a nice call out of Skyz. Pick him apart just a little bit. Get some damage in. Skyz is up PD, making plays.
He set himself up for the trade there. KiSMET's already in the point. Shuts the door on Hicksy. Hicksy cut down by HyDra. It is poetry in motion for the New York Subliners. About 40 seconds remaining on this point, and they're looking to grab it.
Oh, these guys are just everywhere on the map right now. Get a couple trades, get on the snake box, and beam them down. Just trade out Hicksy, HyDra. You know he wins these gunfights. Cheeky little angle, and actually Hicksy using it. Cheeky needs to get it done. Ultra fighting tooth and nail for top AC. They're gonna get it, but they had to work for it. That's a hill where Subliners still come out on top.
Subliners come out on top of the hill. 10 seconds to make over the way of Ultra, but man, that was a war. And now you have to go back over to Embassy where Priestahh is just whizzing. That's a 4th spree from him. Territory mark.
I mean, these guys have just been ridiculously heads up ahead of the game, waiting for the rotations, and Priestahh not scared of a child. He'll jump out of a window, and if it's not the front, he'll jump out the back. Trying to help out your boys because Ultra, it is a full swarm now around this hill. And everybody might have been tagged up, but Ultra still desperate to hold on.
Damage dealt. KiSMET in. HyDra with 3. That's the break. We're over 200 points now for the Subliners. And through the back door, Scrapz, can he get any more out of this? HyDra tagged up. No problem. Priestahh on the outside. 2 more as P-Dog guns him down. Subliners in control.
3 in the feed from HyDra. Priestahh says, I can do it too. Subliners slaying all 4 players positive. That kill column is utterly ridiculous. How happy New York was to see aBeZy.
Oh my word. A 5 spree from HyDra, looking at another streak. 227 and climbing. They're going to get the scrap. They've got kitchen set up, and this starts to smell a little bit like a game 5.
I mean, they have just completely silenced this crowd as well. 2 players looking for a cruise missile victory lap on the P5. This is some of the best hardpoint we have seen Subliners play all year.
Oh, we're in. Priestahh there with another set of kills. Can his sight stay alive? No, there's another one. Scrap, the trades are there. Has he ended it though? No, Skyz is on it. Wow, the trade's done. 10 seconds for the win. CleanX trying to cut him off. Gets at least 1. Fly forward. There's a pinch. The opportunity to stop it here and stay alive, but CleanX checks it. No, the time was right. The Subliners have done it. We've got a game 5.
Nothing to do, nowhere to go. That map was theirs. Forcing the game 5 and doing so in dominant fashion. All 4 players positive. They just outslayed by, I don't even know, 25, 30 kills, making high IQ plays as well. That cruise missile from Skyz was singing sweet to make that call. Go for the spawners, make your teammates' job that much easier. And shout out to Priestahh as well. 26 kills, but just got 4K damage Priestahh is out there shooting.
Did pretty much all of that on the rotation as well. He's playing for spawns for the new hard point. He's in the right place at the right time, and he is gunning. Priestahh, what a performance. Nearly breaks the 4K there as Ultra have been stunned on that Embassy hardpoint. But our chance, the final map coming up, Embassy Search and Destroy. We'll get to that in a moment, but Subliners starting to catch fire as back and forth we go in this fantastic series. Winners round 1. It's only Thursday.
Only Thursday, and this is a great way to start. I might have said the Embassy hardpoint was only a small advantage for New York. Turned out to be a large one. Now we get to find out if Control truly is the difference maker, because if not for that, series would have been over.
Series could have well been over. For now, though, this moment is over. We're going to go to a break. We come back, Game 5, to determine who plays FaZe in Winners Round 2. Don't go too far, COD fans. This one's going to be a banger.
How do you like them whoopers?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Major 5 here live from Toronto. And we are going to a Game 5 chance. And I tell you what, brother, this is where things get real dicey indeed. It's a gorgeous day here. Fantastic to stay indoors and buy some sweet merch. All things happening here at the Toronto Ultra Major 5. We've got everyone. Oh yeah, FaZe having a good time. And the front row has been popping. They're going to need at least one more good map of energy chance, because that search against New York is going to be a tough one.
And Search wins championships as well, but not just championships. Winners round 1 matches also go down to the Game 5, and I know especially on the Ultra side of things, like back in Stage 3, won the entire tournament. Their S&D was on point. The next stage, it collapsed. They folded with 3-9 record in the game mode. Well, it's the final stage. It is the run at the end of the year. Your Search and Destroy has to be on point if you want to win a tournament. We get to test Toronto and Subliners butter right now.
We found out yesterday, it was Lando talking about in our spaces we did prior to getting the tournament underway. Search and Destroy, absolutely the #1 game mode that teams win in a run towards a major victory. We'll see though if Toronto can get another here in the series. Of course, that previous one, an absolute bang. Oh no, New York won that. What am I saying?
By a lot.
By a lot, like 6-3. What am I talking about? Hey, it's been a good series. It's been a long one as well. Very, very excited to see how this one goes down. Embassy though, a totally different looking map to Hotel Chance.
Absolutely, it's going to be a fun one too, because I think almost every single map these two teams have played in Search and Destroy has ended 6-3, except for one that ended in a 6-2 fashion. So it's never super close. No round 11s on the board just yet. Maybe this Embassy will do the trick.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be just fantastic for all the heartbeats here in Toronto? Everyone losing their mind. Oh, we do think we have some stats about the upcoming Search and Destroy. We have a little bit of time to kill before we get into this one, making sure that everything is spick and span, ready for that game ahead of us. But Chance, as far as two teams go, they're in very, very good spots. Both of them in terms of the mode.
I mean, the Team KD is obviously going to be the thing that stands out, because Subliners, when they're on point and a 6-1 record, is exactly that. They have been dominant. Obviously on defense, a small edge against Ultra, but offense especially has been buck wild. And of course, HyDra, main reason why. He is breaking records every single game. It seems like this guy is completely on point. Honestly, has an argument for best S&D player in the game, especially if he's bringing that into LAN. Well, he did exactly that in the map 2. Ultra did not enjoy having to try to contain that man. Well, you got to do it now for the Game 5.
Good luck on Embassy as well. Well, again, the S&D metrics very, very tight between both teams. We did say coming into this one, 2 squads at the top of their game right now, and they are swinging for the fences. Coach Sender there for the New York Subliners on stage, imparting his final bit of gameplay. The rest of the team in the firing range warming things up. Ultra now returning to their seats, returning to the stage, ready to take one more stab at this. All bets are off, friends. This one should be an absolute sweetie as we play this Game 5 out. Again, Chance, big surprise for, I think, no one. This was going to be a great series. It certainly has been a real delight so far. We do have a very slight tech issue on stage. We've got some top 5 plays from last week to keep you entertained, titillated, while we get everything sorted on stage.
I mean, it's the last ditch effort. Someone's got to make the move. They win an intro gunfight, but Sim's in a corner. That's 40 bomb.
Very best not to let him cross it.
And honestly, Florida to start to make moves. The Shotzzy.
Vehicle has the knife.
Water.
Vehicle run. Slash the second. No way. Get close. They have to go through him first. Vehicle not able to get the kill.
The only player that treats a pro match like it's a ranked game. Shotzzy literally does whatever he wants. I mean, it's the last ditch effort. Someone's got to make the move. They win an intro gunfight, but Sim's in a corner. That's 40 bomb, and he is going to run it through you. 41 in a 5 spree. Simp just called game.
As they can't find him, Wardy, that's it. Big kill. Wait a minute, Kremp lines up 2. I don't believe it. The third, can Kremp get the whole team? He does. That is unbelievable. Hard point, Boston.
Right on your next match versus Breach, but everything comes to a halt as you defuse. However, HyDra is keeping him on it. Numbers that he's been able to put up so far in Major 5 and having another massive performance. But here comes the cruise. Skyz finds a first blood, and Priestahh finds another. It's all on to Simp. Oh, and HyDra is able to take it. Finishes with 18 kills. Well, now a 1v3. Simp was somewhat able to do it. Now, Brent, can you do it yourself? Well, he's letting the load that much more.
He's trying to find the timing on checking these sights. He's going to play over towards B, go for the 50-50. but it's not going to play into his hand because it's looking like Subline's going to go towards A. No, they're actually going towards B, and Pred might have just played this beautifully.
Oh, he can absolutely get the perfect timing as well. As he finds Skyz, he can just stay alive. He can just stay alive. HyDra from afar. Can he get here in time? Paco, did he spot him over the top rope? No, he is not going to. And it is back-to-back breakdowns.
Oh boy, what an incredible stage it's been, Chance. I mean, we're really seeing the pinnacle of CDL action at the moment. Everything has been going very well. We're almost ready to see even more, ladies and gentlemen, in this Game 5.
I just feel like a hater, honestly, seeing Pred with #1 play in the same game where HyDra, the play behind him, ends up making the comeback to get the dub on for breaking the record. But we're all haters here in the Call of Duty world. It's something we love to do.
We just love to hate, even if things is going great. Hey, well, that's what's going to happen here. We're almost ready to rock and roll into map number 5. Again, we're staying on Embassy. All the players are in the lobby. Everyone is here, ready to rock and roll. Ultra back on stage. The refs will clear house soon, and we'll load into this map. And this chance is an important one. We're going up against FaZe after this.
And it's also very interesting for the Subliners as well, because again, we brought it up before the series started of the idea that Subliners in their final online series played with a sub. They used an SMG substitute to pull in for their main AR in Skyz. They lose the series. You drop down a little bit further in the seeding, and that means you draw a very difficult round 1 matchup in Toronto Ultra. Coaching staff did not care. They're like, we're here to win tournaments. We want the tough matchups round 1. So if you can beat a team like this, start your tournament off right. Oh my God, Subliners will be riding the all-time high.
Oh, indeed, they really did want to get everyone out of the way, and why not start with the hosts for Toronto Ultra. Test game is being run at the moment just to make sure that this server is all good to go, and then we will be diving into our final map of this series. HyDra. Search and Destroy has been his wheelhouse, the bread and butter, his absolute mode du jour, or mode of the month, let's say, because damn, son, he has been outstanding.
Absolutely really
outstanding. I mean, Jay and Lando called that one, and it really was a historic moment, a historic set of plays. Oh, what a tournament we have ahead of us, though, ladies and gents. Scrap, a moment of calm before we get back into this Game 5. And look at the bracket so far here at Major 5. The drama getting to this point was one thing, and now that we're here, FaZe start things off with a 3-0, making Vegas Legion's run towards champ all the harder. We still have 2 brilliant series coming up so far. So Boston Breach and Minnesota Røkkr, we'll see that play a little bit later on today. And Chance, we have news. Boston Breach have qualified for champs.
Hey, congrats. I mean, the 190 points is good enough. Vegas is the only team that are going to be able to leapfrog anybody. That early loss apparently was enough to set themselves apart. So Zach Denier, good old Zed, knows more than the rest of us.
Oh, indeed. Well, congratulations to Boston Breach. They've made it. We will be seeing them in Vegas a little bit later on this month. Ultra, of course, will be there as well. But for the rest of the tournament, man, what an unbelievable week of COD we have ahead of us. We've still got Florida Mutineers, OpTic coming up later today, Breach, Røkkr. Very exciting to see how that one goes. With Chance S&D being the final map that we're going to be playing today on Embassy. HyDra, what else is there to say about the man?
Absolutely nothing. We have covered it all, breaking records like throughout this stage. HyDra has been a menace. I think he had, what, a 1.86, I think is what he threw up from the stage. So HyDra is certainly that main man to look at. He has built highlight reel play on highlight reel play. So HyDra always going to be clean with it, and obviously player to watch.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, here's the highlights from some of his unbelievable plays. Just keep an eye on that KD on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. 10-6, 11-6 for Spree. Here comes Mack taking care of that. 12. That number is only going to rise as well as this series. This was the 11 Spree we saw. He's on a 7 in a row right now. This is a 2v1. Pred taken care of. It really was some of the best COD we've seen, Chance.
Yeah, and even talking to him about it a little bit yesterday for some player interviews, he was basically saying, I've been paying a great deal of attention to the best S&D players in the world. He's always been clean and respawn. He wants to level up. He's been doing exactly that, and he's also like, I'm just challenging. If I'm feeling something, I'm just go flying at him. If I need to pump the brakes, that's fine, but he can simply do it all. A 1.87 in S&D. And I had to do the gymnastics in my head of how Boston qualified. Vegas got eliminated, knocked down. They play against Seattle. One of those teams has to get eliminated, so Boston cleared to go. So it does make sense.
It does make sense. No, it does. It does. Or HyDra. We'll see what he can do in this Search and Destroy. Mechanically incredibly gifted Call of Duty player. Ever since he joined the league back in Cold War, his very first series chance for the New York Subliners, he played Atlanta FaZe. He defeated Atlanta FaZe. Few teams have been able to do that, let alone in their first match.
And if he wins this series, that is the reward. You get to play Atlanta FaZe again. So both of these teams very storied against Atlanta, because it's not just HyDra and the Subliners. Toronto, I mean, they have made Atlanta FaZe in the finals their home the entire Cold War season as well. So heavy hitting round 2 we are certainly going to have. Just vying to be the team that gets to fight FaZe there.
What a treat.
And on a vibe front, by the way, Subliners are just enjoying all the downtime that they've had. Very friendly.
A friendly, fun team indeed here at the Major. Their opponents, and I'd imagine this entire crowd, though, don't want to see this Game 5 go any other way. We will be playing their Embassy in a moment. So the New York Subliners, what a shock it would be, again, after the sort of strange drama coming into this one about the substitute player Wardy getting his time on the stage. For them to come in and bring down Ultra would be a big moment for Ultra. I mean, it's not sort of predicted, you're not seeing this coming, but these are two brilliant teams. These teams could arguably, you know, you could see them go up again in this grand final. And there is a whole lot of KiSMET on your screen. Oh, he's locked.
He's not moving enough for it to be a GIF, but that'll be screenshotted for sure.
How we doing, Toronto? We good? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One more map is all you need. You want to see that big win? You can't let Tilt down. You'd make him cry. If they lose the Game 5, he'd cry his eyes out. See? He'd be so upset. No! We're not losing. That's right, Tilt. You bring it. Tilt's been absolutely brilliant all day long. Looking to see him go all week. Let's have a look how the first search and destroy went. Oh no, Toronto fans, avert your eyes. It was a 6-3.
And obviously, if you paid attention to the stats we showed earlier about how good New York Subliners have been on offense throughout this stage, 5 bomb plants. Every single round on the attack, able to get the bomb down. They were bouncing back and forth between both sites, and obviously the First Blood's help as well, winning both of those battles. I mean, HyDra, he had 11 kills, I think, in the first like 4 or 5 rounds. Then his teammates started to put in some serious work. Yeah. Skyz pulling out the sniper on occasion. Both him and Priestahh dropping the 2.0s. And KiSMET 3 and 8. Guess who had most of those bomb plants?
That's your boy KiSMET, the bomb planter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got good news. It's time to play us some Embassy Search and Destroy. We are loading in. Game 5. Here we go.
Icing each other, but finally, fist bumps out in a bound. First map 5 we have of this tournament. I certainly hope it will not be the last. Get that last drink of water before this round kicks off. This is a map that neither team has played a great deal. 10 times apiece for either. 5 and 5 for Ultra, 4 and 6 for the Subliners. The difference maker in that one, well, they went head-to-head in stage 3. Toronto took them down in a 6-3 fashion. The Subliners we have seen in this series, their setups in the hard points have been clean, in control. When they had it on the map, it was perfect. You know, they have done their homework. Both teams ready for the Game 5.
Here we go. One more map to decide the series. Ultra start this one off on offense.
That's no dead silence, and HyDra already flying up the middle of the map as well. So forward position. HyDra in bottom bathroom, shots getting exchanged, and Priestahh just dancing, but if HyDra's already here, too high, and Hicksy gets the first blood. Nice little surprise of the first 2 kills.
Wow, what shots from Skyz. 13 hit points remaining. 2v2 as this round has exploded. What an opener. Now over towards B we fly with that bomb.
This is an interesting decision as well. Neither player on the Subliners actually wanted to contest this site. So the bomb gets planted for free. And Hicksy should be able to get out. This entire round almost certainly get it decided by Insight versus Priestahh on the flank.
Hicksy's going to chill. Skyz upstairs. A little bit of noise been made. Less than 30 seconds to go. Oh dear. And we are in an awkward stalemate. Time ticking. Here comes Priestahh. Insight. Wins it. That could be the round. Skyz now. A nearly impossible situation to be in. He has to destroy 2 players and leap on the bomb. And there is no way in hell Insight lets that happen.
Not too much noise, and Hicksy there to take him down. Could have been an instant 2v4 out of the Subliners, but after the bomb plant commences, Ultra good to go. honestly pretty shocked. And York just gave that one up for free because, I mean, quite literally that entire round hinges on Priestahh winning the gunfight on top when he has to check 37 corners to find Insight. And Insight, we know how clutch he can be. Him and Hicksy, 2 kills apiece.
Ultra draw first blood here in our game 5. Subliners now an attacking round for them. Let's see how they go.
KiSMET with the bomb on hand, certainly leaning more towards that A site. Looks like double ARs or HyDra as well towards P2. They were looking for the chow. That is a hell of a grenade kill. That's on point from CleanX to get the first blood.
It was the 1-2 hit there from Hicksy and CleanX there with the Semtex and the frag. 1 bullet was all it took there to pass off the information. The Insight has somehow dodged the stun. Pressure now towards the A bomb site as the Subliners go to the quick plant. Scrap has been sniffed out that push. Offered no protection. CleanX on the flank. Right into it. 3v2.
I mean, you had HyDra absolutely blowing Scrap away in that moment, but again, he killed the head of the snake. You're feeling a little bit better. And CleanX dancing with the players. Him and Hicksy on point with the teamwork. 3-0 start from the rookie. 2 rounds in a row. And let that dead silence reaccrue at the end of the round. Buy yourself a little bit of the time off the plant.
Masterful backstep from CleanX there to win that 1v1 engagement. His teammates find theirs as well, but slight advantage there from Subliners. Chance blown away.
And even just the dive across. When he knows HyDra's over by gas, the dive across to get behind Xbox just to know, I'm going to get a couple tags in me. That's fine. As long as I don't get traded, we're cooling it. So impressive stuff. High level understanding of the map. And again, even that first blood just to set the tone. Those are the plays Ultra need.
2-0 so far to start things off here for Toronto Ultra. We'll see what New York Subliners can do on defense. A fast hit, a lot of bodies over here by the tennis court. HyDra in there. Priestahh finds his as well. Oh, there's a lightning strike from the New York Subliners as CleanX heavy tags. Priestahh, what an opener. The last man up is going to be Insight. He is heavily beat. The man is pinned down and in a world of hurt.
You remember that time I said HyDra was paying attention to the best S&D players in the world? Took that one out of Shotzzy's book. The dive across, there's like a little bit of cover you get in open tennis court, but use the full effect. And for Insight, I mean, seemingly no way to clutch a 1v4. He's on the list of players that could do it, but this situation, it just looks impossible.
He's on a 3 spree as well right now for Insight. Any kills he can get are great. He's actually got the bomb and dead silence, a frag and a concussion. Why not?
See if he can do it. You gotta isolate the players. The thing is, he'll end up taking a gunfight against Priestahh over towards gas, and then he's gonna get flanked by KiSMET. So Insight has to kick this off with making the reason that after the fact, it's gonna be Skyz up top for the double chow as well.
Uh-oh.
And the nade doesn't connect, no time on the clock, no windows of opportunity for Insight.
No, not at all. Stay alive though, that'd be ideal. What a snap on a KiSMET. Ooh, 8 seconds to go on the round.
And that's perfect from Subliners. At least towards the end, you shut down the spree, you make sure you get the kill, so that's a good chow out of KiSMET. The added coordination on point. And I've maintained, I don't think Shotzzy's always a good player to watch to learn anything, because like most people just can't do it. Like he's just too good, you watch it, it doesn't matter. HyDra though, learning from one of the best, and again, a cheeky play to get around.
I was gonna say, with 8 seconds on the round, if
that he still loses.
No, he still loses, but like if he gets away around the corner, inside PD or inside the embassy, he could have still kept that spree going, but not bad from the Subliners there to get themselves on the board. 2-1, here we go, they're on offense.
Once again, almost the exact same setup as the previous offensive round for New York. Slight adjustment, KiSMET a touch more aggressive.
Uh-oh.
And a nice angle from Scrapz, and what a shot as well. Another first blood for Toronto.
Threads 2 tiny little needles there to catch that one out. Priestahh, he's making moves, and he might make moves into the SPX of Scrapz. KiSMET now on the rotate towards that bomb. Hicksy manages to catch one as well. So Toronto Ultra, pump the brakes, let the kills come to you.
Yeah, and Priestahh has a trophy, so he didn't feel he could be aggressive for that trade. Scrapz wants to be aggressive though. Priestahh gonna be jumping.
No, wait. Has he seen it?
Oh no.
This is weird. Wait a minute. This ain't over yet. Priestahh's taking hits. Whoa! Finally takes care of business there. 3 spree from Priestahh. Inside. Doesn't let him snake that one away. Ultra, 3-1.
And that might be the last time we see that setup from the Subliners. It has gotten shut down twice when they're trying to work the A site slow. So Subliners got to readjust for their offensive game plan and need something on defense too. 3-1 is not a fun lead to be behind by. Subliners very much want this round.
KiSMET yet to get on the board here in the search. And Scrapz snipe helped that team win the round. See if he can't do it again. Might be seeing the snipe on the cross here. Yeah, sadly looking the wrong way. None of the members of the Subliners are going to be in position. Here comes Priestahh though. Oh wow, that timing stinks.
It's a double stack as well. Not an easy shot to hit on these players snaking. You get a small window of opportunity and Subliners already getting the kills, and that is the window gone. I don't think Skyz is ever gonna get caught.
So close. 53 HP, Scrapz has to back on down. Oh, now it's a 1v4. That window shut. And the third time might have been the charm, but the Subliners, one round at a time, clawing it back.
That is a dominant round on defense as well. Just peppering Tennis Court with all the stuns, all the nades. Even with the trophy, it's enough to slow him down, and nice chows coming through. Not too sure if Scrapz will keep the snipe out. Certainly on the attack, nothing to work with, but speaking of offense, New York Subliners, we'll see if they make an adjustment. Twice they've gone through the P2 side of the map over towards A. Twice they've been shut down.
It's that far left from when they spawn up. They're going to grab that bomb and make their moves. They're going through the inside of the map this time. Slightly different looks through the bathroom. We may fly out. Nades, concussions, everything there landing. Not a lot of information passed either way, Chance.
Well, same direction, still looking for the early intel. The good news for the SMGs, you at least know the middle of the map is clean because there goes CleanX. So the adjustment is in, you get the first blood, and look how quickly that bomb is going back towards B. Utilize that man advantage.
They're flying. Insight from that top AC position, or rather the backside of it, is going to be a very important piece of the Toronto Ultra puzzle right now. 50 seconds to go, Subliners. Oh, that's a big win. KiSMET, dead silence. The trays are going to keep going down, but that is a huge opportunity.
Oh, that might be the gunfight to win the round too. Hicksy gets the 2 and gets out with his life. And just like that, an opportunity for Ultra to clutch up. And it's insight in Hicksy again.
Skyz, that sniper's just given his teammate enough space to make his way forward. Priestahh's going to be able to scurry now and get that plant. Oh my word, insight so close to falling to the SPX of Skyz. Bomb planted, here we go. And it's fast moves from the Subliners. Priestahh, I do think, no, Skyz with a deadie. Priestahh down low. You've got to make something happen sooner rather than later, and I do believe Priestahh may be in a sweet spot to get the picture. Hicksy now making his way forward. It's a 2v1. Can Hicksy keep this play going? This is for the ace and for the round.
I mean, he's loud, but it's a 1v1, and guess who has the sniper up top? You're worried about the instant challenge. Hicksy, he's got the dead silence. He is running. He actually, the timing is going to be close. He might be able to pull this off.
Well, he might be able to get the ace at the very least, but he still has to get the bomb defused faster. No time. He might get all 4. But he's not going to be able to get the defuse. Takes 7.5 seconds for it. And Hicksy, nice try, but not close enough.
And I'm baffled. Insight was backing Skyz down in the top window for how long, and Hicksy's just worried about the A plant. I feel like it's easier to retake A. It's not fun for either site, but we saw Subliners do the same thing earlier. Give up the bomb plant for free, and you know the situation. You have to clear out top PD. It's the clutch spot. It takes so long to do. So an interesting play call to allow the bomb to get planted. And I know Hicksy 9-2 on a 4 spree, maybe thinking about a cruise. So Ultra have good things working for them. But that was a big round for New York.
That was the 3rd round in a row for New York as well. Hicksy hyper aggressive here on the attacking round. Bomb down at B, ASAP. Skyz and Priestahh from upstairs, they're going to be an issue. HyDra has the middle of the map.
Yeah, he's looking for the play. Him versus CleanX, and yeah, HyDra just catches him. Perfect angle for the first blood.
Hicksy still holding this back alley position. He's going to be the closest man to the bomb for now. 30 seconds to go. No one here just yet. Skyz, the top of his head, spotted out. That's kill number 5 in a row. Priestahh down low. That's going to be the comms. The flurry now of information. Pushed through. Insight cut down. It is a 2v3. Scrapz has a big job on the cross.
They're still looking for him, too. They are trying to swarm around PD, but you checked all the spots. Scrapz with the gunfight, but guess who hopped the bomb? Priestahh, but he gets caught. Hicksy 2 heads up. In Toronto, win the round.
Oh, brilliant work. Ultra. And kudos to that crowd for not giving anything away either. What a sensational round of Search and Destroy.
And think about those moments for Scrapz when he's on like the hotel control, where he's dealing with the pressure on the flank, where he's dealing with the pressure through the middle of the map. Similar situation, 3 Subliners players swarming PD. He just finds the route, he gets out, he stays alive, he wastes time, and gunning KiSMET doesn't hurt.
That was a really hard gunfight to win as well. We've seen KiSMET win that fight all season long. A 1-round advantage for Toronto Ultra in this game 5. Here we go. New York on offense.
Playing for picks again. Similar situation, trying to catch these SMG players before they get past them, but CleanX has done exactly that.
Cruz invested.
Nice.
Enough to get Priestahh. 3 members of the Subliners forced to the inside. Now they're going to burst out of that bathroom window. Not enough from CleanX to keep him at bay. They're going to be able to get the bomb back from the body of Priestahh and still trying to make a move.
And CleanX is just a distraction in this moment. He can spot out CleanX or whoever, because Scrapz is just behind him. They're going to fly out of P2 and just line up for Scrapz. There's number 1.
There's 2.
For the trades. 3rd man in line.
KiSMET in trouble, making the run, and Ultra now don't have to do a thing. He has that bomb. They know he's on the inside of the embassy. Angles covered. What a snap from KiSMET! Hicksy having one hell of a search and destroy so far, 13-3.
Making plays as well. One of the best uses of the cruise missile we have seen all year. Not only do they get the kill on Priestahh in the back, but they get so much map control. And Hicksy, this is just lucky 13 for the pile. But as soon as the cruise missile comes through, Scrapz gets to the back truck. CleanX covers up towards Xbox. Too difficult of a play to read in 1 round away. And Ultra win just this only. It's a winner's round 1 matchup.
Yeah, match point. Toronto Ultra. And it's an opening kill from Scrapz. Skyz looking for the rebuttal. It's Hicksy with one of the most brilliant performances he's had in an individual, and here we go. CleanX cut down immediately. KiSMET makes it a 3v3. Trades are bound again, and it's Hicksy again at the trade point. He's got himself 14.
And let's see who plays the better rotation game. Subliners, yeah, maybe make the right call in this moment. You don't want to give up the B-bomb plant. That is worst case scenario, so they're working together through mid. See if they can find those trades together.
They're quite loud as well. Skyz running a trophy. Eyes on mid-map, waiting for the B-bomb cross, Skyz. He's going to run into trouble in a moment. That door's going to burst open. Scrapz going to see it. Wait, trades might be there. Scrapz, no, he stays alive. He stays alive. It's a 3v1. This is surely it. Ultra, it's their round to lose. There he goes. I believe Hicksy just said, that's my map. And with damn good reason at 14-3. And Charles, what do you know? It's another 6-3 between these teams.
Tried and true, that is the way the S&D goes, but that is a victory lap performance there from Hicksy. Not just the 14 kills, he's the guy when they're in 2v4s, picking up the 2 pieces to even the odds. He did that, I think, literally 3 times on that map. Perfect use out of the cruise missile. Ultra out there making plays.
What a start to the tournament for Toronto Ultra, a nail-biter. Insight. A lot of love here for the crowd. Last time they were here in the Vanguard season, it was an incredible lower bracket run. This time round, things are looking a little different. They will play Atlanta FaZe in round 2 after that banger. The New York Subliners will go down. We'll see them a little bit later on. They will play tomorrow in their lower bracket matchup. And there are the stats.
Hey, I'll tell you, man, if Hicksy's making plays like that, playing S&D like that, the battle against Atlanta could be timeless. Impressive stuff, even with the bomb plants as well. I mean, that's a situation where the first blood battle completely even, clutch factor all the way towards Ultra.
And that we love, a lovely sort of predictable series, I suppose, but the 6-3 trades, either way, they're on the search and destroy. What a difference maker that was. Chance, you said the hotel control was going to be a very important point in the series for either team. Absolutely. When you look at the finish like that, it's not how you finish, it's also how you end, especially if you're Ultra.
Yeah, and I think that hotel control is really sort of like the tail of the game, right? New York had the edge the whole way through. Final 10 seconds, Ultra find the break. It's moments like that that win you series, win you tournaments.
Indeed. Wow, what a brilliant start to the tournament. I do believe we've got Scrap on stage with Lando.
That's right, yes we do. Scrappy here in front of the Toronto Ultra crowd, but that's gotta feel really nice to hear these guys rooting you on.
Yeah, it does. You know, crowd's been amazing. We hear you guys the whole time. And yo, let's keep it up all weekend. Let's win this shit.
I gotta talk to you, man, about specifically, I feel like if there's a footnote that we take away from this series, it's probably the control. Yeah. You guys clutch up a 10v23. Walk me through how you guys were somehow able to do that.
Yeah, so we know that team likes to like trap us in a kitchen and you know, like kind of have us in a spawn trap. We kind of got rinsed on the lives. Like I just see 10 versus 23 isn't too good. But you know, we know that, you know, we just have to cap the point. That's how you win the game. So got a 4 dead, quick 4 dead, stack the point, and there it is.
You guys were able to come away with a huge, huge victory in that control. But I want to talk to you about one of the primary points of emphasis coming into this series, right? There was a lot of discussion about how New York, they decided to play with a substitute. They said they don't really care who they're going to face off against in their opening matchup here in the Toronto Major. Did they make a mistake deciding to play with the sub, which then lined them up versus you?
You know, I don't really know if it's a mistake. They should have, like, actually, yeah, it's a mistake, bro. Like, why aren't they playing with them? They're getting smoked, so that's what it is.
You got to keep it honest. You got to keep it honest, especially in front of your crowd. But I got to talk to you about the next match that you guys are going to have facing off against the Atlanta FaZe. You guys have had plenty of battles with that team throughout really COD history, even this year. How do you feel about squaring up against them now?
Good. You know, they probably had our number probably this whole year. But, you know, the one tournament we won, we beat them. And, you know, you only have to beat them once to win a tournament. So we're going to come back, and we're going to come hard and win this thing.
Love to hear it, man. I want to ask you one last thing. Yeah. Last time around when you were in this venue, you were in a different part of it, right? You were playing in challengers. You were trying to grind your way through for the Academy roster. Now you're here on this stage. How does that feel to come full circle?
You know, dream come true. You know, I couldn't ask for more. Last year, there was probably maybe 30 fans. I see a few that were here last year. But, you know, now compared to this, it doesn't feel better.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. Congrats on the team. We got MVP chants going down here on the main stage. Desk, take it away, guys.
MVP! If you're looking at the season numbers, without a doubt, Scrap is in the running for that honor. But you got to give credit to everyone else in this competition. That's right, Joe. Hicksy gets my MVP award. The guy that you drop Standy for comes in after being on the bench, helps them win Major 3, and it looks like they're setting off with the same tone here in Major 5.
I mean, he had an abysmal stage 4, right? I mean, that was really it. People were questioning, should he drop? Did they make the right move? But obviously they win Major 3, and I don't know, maybe just, we've talked about sort of the winner's curse and going back to online, but they really struggled throughout stage 4. And then, but we knew that the sort of fundamentals of this team were there, and just feels like they had to regroup, they reset. But especially for him to play at this high of a level individually, it's got to feel great for him.
Dropping 14 in a game 5 always feels pretty solid. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights here. A lot of people saying it shouldn't have gone to a game 5. Toronto clutching up though in the control allowed this series to continue, and it was back and forth at the very end.
Yeah, no, it should not have gone to a game 5. I think New York obviously had ample opportunity in that hotel control to close it out after they forced their round 5, but it really came down to those hard points as well. The fact that Toronto was able to take that early 1-0 lead in Mercado, and then running into that hotel search and destroy, I figured New York was going to have the edge, but it's Toronto clutching up time and time again on their best game mode control. I mean, what they're capable of doing, the fact that there was 4.4 seconds left on the clock, they're able to spawn close kitchen to A, get on the time, get the stack through, and then find every single kill in their bedroom. And unfortunately, the stack was just too quick. You saw KiSMET tried to make a play over through the A side of things, maybe catch a player or two in the back, but the timing just didn't work out. And then we go to game number 5, where Hicksy has just proven to me now that he is diff on LAN. 14-3. This is a player that isn't even in the conversation of Rookie of the Year right now. Well, he won his first rookie LAN and then just put up numbers like that to solidify them going into Saturday. So I think that's going to be our player to watch for the rest of the weekend.
And Nameless, this will now set up a FaZe versus Toronto battle in the winners bracket round 2 on Saturday. We've seen both squads. This match a little closer in round 2. Who's the stronger team here on day 1?
I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, Ultra had way stiffer competition, right? You look at this series, it came down to your map picks. You had to win your hardpoint, you had to win your S&D. It's a tall task to beat Toronto Ultra in 2 search and destroy. So it comes down to that control where, if you really look at it, New York had the advantage. They were the team that probably should have won that committed over towards A. So I think Toronto Ultra still not looking unbeatable by any means. That was a very close series. So it's going to be a banger, as always, up against Atlanta FaZe.
Looking forward to the final 2 matches of tonight as well. Remember, we still have OpTic taking on the Mutineers, and we close it out with the run for champs. Boston taking on Minnesota Røkkr. But right now, we want to remind you all, pick up your gear right now, including the brand new Champs Pack. If you haven't already scooped it up, this is a bundle fit for a king, complete with a new operator skin, weapon, blueprints, and more. Rule the battlefield. Get your 2023 Call of Duty League Champs Pack, available now with COD points. When we come back, it is match number 3 live from Toronto. Don't go anywhere. OpTic takes on Mutineers when we return.